Hell yeah! Don't get more fun than that. The sound of thunder. How'd you like that, fellas? You gotta admit, there's nothing like the sound of a crisp 125. This Gasgas fuel-injected 2024 125 is the best stock-sounding 125 I've ever heard, bar none. I put it on par with the way the factory bikes sound back in the day, and look at it. It is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Sitting absolutely at the top of the small bore premix food chain. This is the fastest 125 made. The motor is second to none. 6-speed gearbox, plush WP suspension, and razor sharp handling. Trust me, this MC125 is ready to shred. Junior just demonstrated that. This bike is all new from front to back. I met with John Adamy, the Northeast Regional Sales Manager for Gasgas KTM Husqvarna, and I said, what haven't they changed on this bike? And he said, nothing. The entire bike is all brand new. It's basically, well, let's be real, it's basically a red KTM. So it's very, very similar. It's designed in Austria by KTM. And look at the plastics on this thing, the bodywork. It's incredibly ergonomic. Larger contact surfaces, an improved rider triangle, further enhancing control, and the radiator shrouds are shaped differently to help you get a better grip on the bike. So, and look at the seat cover, super grippy seat cover on this thing. It doesn't need anything. It's out of the box, ready to race. I asked John, I said, he goes, I think the handlebars are the same. And then he called me back later and said, nope, the handlebars are different too. The bars, these are Nikon bars. They're clamped into redesigned bar mounts, and they're less resistant to twisting and better for getting arm cup, which really isn't an issue on a 125. Junior, show them how easy it is to change the air filter on it. There's nothing easier. Look at the engineering on this thing. 4 seconds. So, you could literally change your air filter in under 10 seconds if you have a fresh one ready to go. Unlike a YZ125, which is the only other 125 made today, and that thing's a relic. That's an antique compared to this. This thing is
pit stop.
First class. Check out the fuel tank. The all-new fuel tank is a little bit bigger when compared to the last generation, but it's just as sleek. Has an integrated fuel pump allowing the fuel tank to be emptied even further before refueling is needed. So long motos around the Southwick National Sand Track are definitely not a problem. Bigger is better when it comes to Footpegs, which is why on the new model, there's a bigger platform for better control. Has a new mounting design. They're further inward to the frame, which keeps them less prone to catching on the edge of deep ruts. A new generation bike is nothing without a new frame, right? So you take the best traits of the old frame, which if you don't know, combine razor sharp cornering with confidence inspired straight line stability, and the engineering wizards have made it even better. They've improved the anti-squat behavior for maximum traction when exiting corners, and throughout the frame, the wall thickness has been revised in certain areas to improve the rider feedback and energy absorption. Finished with a super sexy red powder coating and the grippy guards to prevent wear, to provide a little extra grip to your boots too on the side here. So, hey man, I'm partial to red, there's no doubt about it. This is the closest color to my favorite, which is an 89 CR500 blood red color. It's almost identical to the CR500 blood red. And this is the right brand. Honda's totally gotten out of the two-stroke market. They don't even make them anymore. Secura Honda never liked two-strokes to begin with, let's be honest. So the Austrians have taken it and refined it, and every year they keep better and better. And this is the best 125 ever made. One of the most affordable ways to get into motocross, and it's the most affordable way to keep riding because you can rebuild this motor yourself very simply for a little bit of money. And if you want more power, well, there's plenty of hop-up stuffs on the market that you can get for it, just like the one in the background here, which we're going to be raffling that one off. We got an Akrapovic silencer on it. There's lots of things you can do to make it even better. Guys, the subframe is all aluminum. It's light, strong, and works as one with the new frame, helping to centralize mass and contributes massively to the bike's outstanding handling characteristics. Guys, I'm the king of ping. No one has ever ridden more two-strokes, 125s, two of these, and especially 500s than me in the last 7 years. I've ridden literally thousands of them. Now, the thing I can tell you is the steel frame on these Gasgases transmit the vibration less than a YZ125 will. Not that the vibration is a huge issue on a 125, but it does make a difference. And the frames flex a little bit. I feel like these things just follow, they almost bend around the corner. They corner so good. The responsiveness of the steel frame. It does have the aluminum subframe to make it a little bit lighter, but where the engine mounts, it's mounting to steel, and it just vibrates less.
It helps that the motor's counterbalanced.
Yeah, no kidding, that's for sure. Check out the triple clamps. These are forged triple clamps, aluminum, offer just the right amount of calculated flex thanks to a more forgiving steering stem. That back to the frame. The frame actually flexes, unlike, remember the first generation Honda 97 Sierra? Everybody hated it because it was like a brick. The thing was terrible. Matter of fact, that's why Jeremy McGrath left Honda, because he couldn't stand aluminum frame and he went to a steel Suzuki. That's why KTM, Husqvarna, Gasgas still uses steel frame. The triple clamps align the fork tubes perfectly for smoother action, which improves the front wheel feedback and leads to predictable handling. Check out these super stunning WP forks. Every full-size Gasgas motocross model is equipped with these improved 48mm massive WP exact forks for 2024. Easily adjustable by hand on the outside. On the inside, they feature revised settings that specifically work with the new frame. The progressive fork action is second to none. Check out the WP shock, another work of art. Soaks up the bumps with ease. The redesigned WP exact rear shock is shorter and lighter than the old version, but still offers 300mm of travel. Inside, there's been some technical changes with a new piston improving initial comfort and helping to stay up a little higher in the stroke, especially when under hard acceleration. And just like the WP forks, the WP shock is adjustable by hand, so it's quick and easy to dial things in should you need to. No tools required. The Swingarm is another work of art too. Cast from one piece of aluminum, lower in weight than the old one and slightly stiffer. The Swingarm on this Gasgas is as good as it gets. There's also a much more durable chain slider, and the guide is much more rounded to help prevent catching the ground as you lay the bike over through deeply rutted turns. The Swingarm is complete with a new 22mm rear wheel axle to complement the refined flex characteristics of the entire chassis. Finally, clear chain adjustment markings ensure quick and easy maintenance, even for an old dude like me who needs glasses to see them on some of the bikes. Those are clear as a bell. Let's focus on the real magic here. The EFI 2024 two-stroke engine is fueled using throttle body injection, a 39mm PN throttle body, and to be precise, which works together with the ECU to deliver the perfect mix of fuel and air. The end result, crisp, cleaning, running motors that create smooth, strong power. And let me tell you something. Up until I rode this bike and heard this bike, Junior riding this bike, because it sounds absolutely ridiculous, I didn't really like the fuel-injected bikes as much as I like the PWK Air Striker. It just gave that real snap, crackle, and pop. Well, this EFI, they really nailed it on this. It is absolutely fantastic. There's power from idle right to red line, and that noise, that sound that you get when you get on the pipe and it just pops is, well, rewind it to the beginning. You know what I'm talking about.
There's so much more flexibility with a map in this fuel injection system than there isn't with a carburetor. The carburetor models would lean out up top. They would bog when you chop the throttle down low. This is precise fueling.
And that is the biggest changes I think for 2024 is the introduction of EFI on the MC125. With this new tech, the traditional two-stroke power valve is replaced with an innovative electronic exhaust control system, and that may be where the magic is. or it's a combination of two, but it is ridiculous. This bike is an absolute rocket ship. My daughter Jordan's getting one. I'm getting one. And guess what, guys? This is the first time I've even mentioned it. We're raffling one off. And there it is right there. And we're going to be having raffle tickets at Daytona. We're not sure the end date. The start is today. I got to figure it out before we put it up tonight. But I might even draw the ticket at Daytona. That'd be kind of cool at Bike Week because we're bringing that bike to Daytona. So we'll see you down there. We'll be selling tickets at Daytona. The power valve was replaced with an innovative electronic exhaust control system. The lateral exhaust port opens slightly faster than the main exhaust port to deliver strong power and maximum reliability. As far as reliability, let's talk about the transmission a bit. A redesigned shift shaft drum and fork makes for even smoother shift. You shift things. You heard Junior banging through the gears there. WFO. It just flat out works. And the transmission is made by Pankel Racing Systems. And you just know that the 6-speed transmission is as good as it gets. Pankel's the best in the industry in terms of positive gear changes, reliability, and overall quality. The clever lever design helps prevent dirt buildup too, especially when the ruts get deep and the dirt gets sticky. Even the shifter is redesigned. I mean, everything on this bike is brand new. The crankshaft, the magic at the heart of the motor, and its low weight means one thing: it builds revs fastest and revs to the moon. It's also perfectly balanced for minimal vibration and positioned to have the least amount of effect on overall handling. Guys, the crankcase on this thing, making sure the weight of the MC125 is kept to a minimum. It's thin but super strong. Crankcases are made using a high pressure die cast process. Inside, the motor internals are positioned to centralize mass, which leads to next level reliability. Check it out, the way the motors can't deliver it forward. I don't know if you can see it quite as well. We didn't even mention the pipe. Look at the pipe. If you buy a Yamaha, you get a cheap ass spray bomb paint job pipe. You got to spend $250 to buy yourself a platinum pipe. Nobody but Gasgas KTM Husqvarna does it like this.
So we are the #1 dealer in North America for Gasgas 125s. We've sold more 125s than any other dealer for 2024 a year allocation. Not a single bike has come back for warranty work or an issue. The only time that we've had someone come back is to tell us how sick the bike was, or to buy another one,
show us their trophies.
To show us their trophies, or thank us. These bikes are totally insane.
The exhaust was designed and developed to be slim thanks to an innovative manufacturing process. The exhaust system, amazingly, it actually complies with FIM sound regulations, and I had my thoughts about that because it's such a bark. It sounds like a pro circuit shorty, but it does it just sounds so crisp, but it is legal to FIM regulations. And did I mention it looks awesome? Nobody makes a factory pipe like this, platinum pipe like this out of the box. And most importantly, it delivers the very best performance. The header pipe is shaped for maximum ground clearance and is fitted to a muffler that features a clever internal construction to keep noise to a minimum without sacrificing power or that bark that we just love. And we talked about the ground clearance earlier. Junior mentioned that the shock, being the way the shock is set up, there's more ground clearance on the linkage, so you're not going to case it if you're doing arena crossing, which we will be at Daytona for the AMA first round of the AMA 2-stroke only class at Daytona. The National will be there with our 53-foot semi in a 125 and a 250. Billy Ainsworth's running the 125 and the 125 class. Sadly, Neville Bradshaw, who was our rider from the UK that was going to run the 250, I don't know if you watched the channel, we actually sponsored him, he flew over here and rode our Gasgas at the national track and actually won the 2-stroke class. He was training his ass off over in the UK, getting ready to come to Daytona. He was racing an arena cross event. That's what he's been training for because he wanted to win this one, and he broke his freaking ankle on a case to triple, sadly. So I don't think he'll be healed up in time. It's about 6 weeks out. You never know. Though Neville's a tough bastard. He might be back in time. But so we need a rider for the 250 class to fill in for Neville. You got to send us your resume. Call Junior 860-454-7024 if you think you got what it takes. Email your resume to Kenny@KaplanCycles.com, and we'll get you a factory ride for one day at Daytona. We'll make the dream come true. Now, we know we're going to beat the hell out of the clutch on the 125, right? Don't worry about it. The MC125 is equipped with a diaphragm steel clutch, which is robust, super reliable, and contributes to the compact engine design. Inside the clutch basket, which happens to be CNC machined from a single piece of steel for incredible longevity, is a clutch pack that features a single diaphragm steel pressure plate instead of traditional coil springs. What does that mean? Slip the clutch, beat the hell out of it, you're not going to have any problems at all. Let's face it, fast is fun, but slowing down is essential, which is why all Gasgas motocross bikes are fitted with a high-quality brake tech calipers and controls, with a massive 260 millimeter front disc and a 220 millimeter rear disc, both featuring the Gasgas specific design. The braking performance is certainly impressive, which inspires riders to push harder, ride faster, and brake later using the redesigned lever. Right out of the box, a hydraulic clutch. I've been running that on my CR500, which I won the Grass Drags 3 years in a row on, and I won the Northeast Regional Vet Championship on a 97 CR500 with that hydraulic clutch. And I'll tell you, this is way better than the one I have on my bike. So the thing about the hydraulic clutch is there's no need for adjustment. Offers a nearly maintenance-free operation. The best thing about the brake tech hydraulic clutch is that it provides consistent action with free play at the redesigned lever, automatically adjusted. So no more taking your hand off the bars to adjust your clutch when you're hucking the triple. It does it for you. The biting point and function of the clutch remain consistent no matter what the motor is started, from cold or used during the heat of a battle or after doing holy after holy. You got to keep the motor cool, and that's no problem with a set of strong aluminum radiators which channel air through them in the most effective way possible. A large center tube within the frame is used to reduce the number of hoses needed, ensures a consistent flow of coolant around the motor. Just what you need when you're out there battling hard and bouncing off the rev limiter. Top shelf wheels that are built to take a beating. These wheels are ready to play rough, no matter how heavy the landing or how tough the track is. These silver CNC machine hubs, check it out. Those are CNC, if you on a Japanese 125, well, the only one still left is Yamaha. You don't get CNC machine hubs. This thing has lightweight spokes, high strength XL rims, and this gives you maximum strength and complete peace of mind to huck the triple. And the Maxxis tires are fresh and mid-terrain tires. You can run these pretty much everywhere. These tires perform so well on a wide variety of terrain, like I said, but they're also super durable too. After all, who likes changing tires? And now your tire on a 125 is going to last about 3 times longer than it is on my 500 or a 250. It lasts a long time, and everything about this bike is affordable. Guys, this thing is so high tech. It has the engine management system, aka the EMS, small, light, and fast at processing data, just what you need from an engine management system. The Vitsco Technologies component is the best in the business and includes a rollover sensor that cuts the ignition during big crashes, which you might want, and let's hope you don't have any, as well as feeding information to the hour meter. Guys, for the first time ever, the Gasgas 125 is offered with a map select switch, which is, now, it's old school cool. It sounds like a traditional 125, but make no mistake, this is a thoroughly modern machine. MC125 riders are going to love the map select switch. By simply pressing that button on the bars, you customize the power delivery. So if you're riding on a hard pack and slippery tracks where there's minimal traction, or out in the snow like Junior you can set it. If you got good traction, leave it on map 1. If you're out in the sand or the track is you're out snowy and muddy, activate map 2. And thank me later. The MC125 uses a 39mm key-in throttle body with its injectors positioned to ensure the most efficient flow of fuel mixture into the combustion chamber. But what's most important to all us riders is the fact that the direct cable-mounted design ensures instant throttle response, power everywhere. And did I mention this is the best sounding 125 I've ever heard, bar none, and I've been around a while. Guys, did I mention it has a happy button on it? The best invention since the wheel, especially for old guys, or if you're racing and you fall off of it, you can start it instantly even while still laying down. With an electric starter fitted, the Gasgas starts super easily every single time you hit that start button. And to simplify things further and save space on the bars, the engine stop button is located in the same housing as the start button. So, using a lithium-ion battery, which weighs approximately 1 kilogram less than a conventional lead battery, you get the convenience of electric starting while the overall bike weight is kept to a minimum. It's a win-win. Lightweight, electric start. Hey, I'm going to be 60 years old next year, and I still love riding these 125s. And having that kickstart is nice when if you're having an injury, an ankle or a knee injury or a hip or whatever. Just hop on, hit the go button. If you're racing, you're not going to be like Kickstart Kenny, trying to get your bike started while everybody takes off. You crash on a bike or if you're in the woods on the side of a hill. If you're a J-Day racer or you're climbing the side of a mountain and it stalls, you're in a precarious position. Nothing like the happy button. The magic really is in the engine on this thing. The fuel injected, the pipe, everything about it. It runs absolutely amazing. And did I tell you it has a 6-speed transmission? Just an amazing piece. Liquid cooled electric start, 6-speed rocket.
So if you want to get on a real motorcycle with a full warranty, backed by the major conglomerate that is KTM Group.
You don't get a warranty with the Big Four. I had to sign 3 documents to buy my last CR4D. If it blew up in the parking lot, I owned it. Not with these guys. They stand behind their product because it doesn't break.
Full warranty. Give us a call, 860-471-0192. We have the lowest prices in the country. Fly into Bradley. We'll get you a ride down at Kaplan Cycles. Come do a couple hole shots in the front field. Shoot a video with you for YouTube. And yeah, we'll get you on the gas.
We don't need to make a killing on these bikes. The dealers that only sell new bikes, that's the only way they make money. So they gouge you on everything. We are the largest motorcycle restoration shop, I think, in the world. We have a 2-year backlog on restorations. We bill out our restoration work at $120 an hour. We have a ton of work lined up. We've got the museum. We have other sources of income. We don't have to make a killing on every bike, so we can give you the best deal you're going to get anywhere, including buying a ticket to fly here and take an Uber here. If you come here, you know, you get to meet Junior. You're going to buy the bike from Junior, number one. I'm here, and if you buy a bike and you want to ride it here, we'll do a video of you riding the bike with us up on the little track we got behind the shop here. Guys, in closing, this is the best 125 I've ever ridden. The fuel injection is on point. The brakes, the suspension, everything about it. The bike's bulletproof, and it's gorgeous right out of the box. So if you can't afford to buy one, we can finance it. We also take trade-ins. Because we're a restoration shop, you got a barn load of old bikes. We had one guy, Jay Wilson, who's an AHMRA multi-time champion, never had a new bike before. He's 62 years old. He's going in for knee replacement surgery this spring, and he traded in 4 of his old crusty old dirt bikes. We wrote him a check for $1,500 and gave him a new 125. So the $1,500 was on top of the bike. So his 4 old bikes are worth more than the new one to us. No other dealer will take your old bike on trade-in. We will do that. Bring your bike here. We'll give you analysis right on the spot. We'll take the trade-in. We'll make it easy for you, and we'll be here. And the other thing I want to say is when you buy a bike from us, I worked at New England Cycle Sales. I was a high school kid setting up bikes. I had no business setting up brand new motorcycles, no formal training, but most big shops don't care. Guess who sets up this bike? Mr. Turbo. Justin sets it. Guy who builds 4-cylinder turbocharged motorcycles, or the Wizard. Highly skilled craftsmen set up our bikes here, so that makes a big difference. The first few times it's run, we put them through a heat cycle. We don't take them out and rev them to the moon. We've been doing this forever. Everybody in my shop has been doing this for damn near 50 years. My Atex, the Wizard, and Manic Mechanic, Bill. I worked with Bill Kelly since the 80s. So true professionals are setting these bikes up, not kids. We stand behind the product. Gasgas and KTM stands behind the product. We're here for you after the sale. We offer the full lineup of accessories, anything you want for this bike. This is the Raffle bike right here. Junior, tell them what you're doing with the Raffle bike.
Yeah, so we're kitting it out with all of the top components directly out of the OEM catalogs. We have the factory wheel set. Still waiting on the 19-inch rear wheel.
Show them the
Man,
logo on it.
this is DID Dirt Star hoops with the CNC machined hub, black spokes with the red nipples. We have a brand new sand tire setup that we're gonna put on this thing. It's got the CNC machined black anodized triple clamps, Renthal twin wall bars, factory seat. This is a very expensive $600-something titanium Akrapovic slip-on, and tons more goodies that's going to be coming in on this.
Gold chain, get the gold chain. You hang it around your neck.
There you go.
When you go to the club at Daytona.
That's it. Gold chain. Of course, you got the factory breather tube.
How come the rear wheel doesn't match? That's on order?
It's on order. Yep.
Braided stainless brake lines. That's a custom seat too, right?
Yeah. So this will be, with the add-ons, this will be somewhere in the realm. It would cost probably 10, 11 grand
thousands in
to build. Yeah, it'll have thousands of dollars in extras. Already what you see here is $2,200 or something through DealerNet. Expensive stuff.
So how do they get their chance?
Go to KaplanCycles.com and you could buy a ticket to win. It's $10 per chance to win. We do a physical drawing. The date of the drawing is to be determined. Believe second week of March. Probably draw it down on Bike Week, but we're going to figure that out and let you guys know.
Kind of quick, not a lot of time to put it together, but stay tuned. That'll all be on the website, KaplanCycles.com.
There will be a separate video with information on the raffle coming shortly.
Trust me, you'll have the baddest 2024 125 on the East Coast, and we're done with it.
That's it.
Thanks for watching. God bless Gasgas and the whole team. John Adamy, Kevin Hines, Jeff Konecki, everybody, Jesse, all the guys at the KTM group that made this possible. And we're having a blast. We believe in the product and the people behind the scenes making the magic happen. 2024 is going to be an awesome year. Stay tuned. Get one of these. And God bless America.